Donald Trump can't see the forest for his own ego, and he oddly continues to seem to forget that the world is watching and they're not particularly happy with what he's doing. Welcome back in another breaking story here at Occupy Democrats, and holy smokes, Donald Trump just got kicked in the teeth regarding ICE, and it's not even coming from Minnesota, but I'm going to show that story to you in just a few seconds, because it seems that Donald Trump has forgotten we're supposed to host the World Cup, but he still has responses to no consequence like this.
You know I'm going to step down.
No. And then Trump claims this suddenly.
He said Alex Cuddy's death was justified.
Well, you know, we're doing a big investigation.
And if you'd like all these clowns, have to subscribe to the channel.
Well, the governor's response referenced a number of things. He says the only person not being investigated for the shooting of Renee Good is the federal agent who shot her. So is the FBI conducting an investigation into that agent, into the shooting? What can you tell us about that? Will it be made public?
I want to see the investigation.
And yet, Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche seems to have a different thought.
Look, what happened on that day has been reviewed by millions and millions of Americans because it was recorded on phones when it happened.
Trust me, the folks over at the Winter Olympics don't believe Donald Trump has any honor.
I want a very honorable and honest investigation.
So is Todd Blanche, Pam Bondi's assistant, calling you a liar when you say you want to investigate? And still, when it came to the fatal shooting of Renee Good, Todd Blanche does not feel anything Donald's saying was necessary.
The Department of Justice, our civil rights unit, we don't just go out and investigate. Every time an officer is forced to defend himself against somebody or putting his life in danger.
What do you want?
I have to see it myself.
As if you seeing anything, Donald, actually matters, because you remember January 6th, right?
We never do.
The truth of the matter is the now ex-candidate for governor in Minnesota, Chris Madel, really said what the rest of the world is feeling and the core to this breaking story. Listen to what he just said about ICE and the rule of law right here.
I cannot support the National Republican's stated retribution on the citizens of our state, nor can I count myself a member of a party that would do so. United States citizens, particularly those of color, live in fear. United States citizens are carrying papers to prove their citizenship. That's wrong. ICE has authorized its agents to raid homes using a civil warrant that need only be signed by a Border Patrol agent. That's unconstitutional and it's wrong. Weaponizing criminal investigations against political opponents is unconstitutional, regardless of who is in power. And I have spoken to countless United States citizens who have been detained in Minnesota due to the color of their skin. I personally have spoken to several law enforcement officers, some Hispanic and some Asian, who have been pulled over by ICE on pretextual stops. Driving while Hispanic is not a crime. Either is driving while Asian. I have to look my daughters in the eye and tell them I believe I did what was right.
Yes, every bit of that. But in this breaking story, you will not believe what the Department of Homeland Security and Kristi Noem are doing when it comes to sending ICE to the Winter Olympics in Italy. Yeah, the Italians, I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse. Not really doing very well with it. Check this story out. Massive breaking international news. Italians furious as ICE agents sent to Milan's Olympic Games. Quote, a militia that kills. Italians were very angry Tuesday after news that the U.S. was sending ICE agents to the Winter Olympics in Italy. The announcement reportedly set off confusion after the Department of Homeland Security confirmed that the unit was heading to Europe to apparently work as, in quotes, a security role for the U.S. delegation at the international event, a DHS spokesperson confirmed with CNN. In quotes, they don't do immigration enforcement operations in a foreign country, obviously, the spokesperson said. DHS spokesperson Tricia McLaughlin told CNN that, quote, all security operations remain under Italian authority. At the Olympics, ICE's Homeland Security investigation is supporting the U.S. Department of State's Diplomatic Security Service and host nation to vet and mitigate risk from transnational criminal organizations, McLaughlin said in a statement to CNN. The move set off outrage among Italians, citing major concern among the Europeans who have watched ICE attack and kill U.S. citizens, including the most recent fatal shooting of Alex Preddy and Renee Good in Minneapolis. Milan Mayor Giuseppe Sala said he would not welcome ICE in his city, which is set to host the opening ceremony on February 6th, according to the Associated Press. Vice President J.D. Vance was expected to attend the event in Milan, where most of the ICE sports will be. In quotes, this is a militia that kills, a militia that enters into the homes of people, signing their own permission slips. It is clear they are not welcome in Milan, without a doubt, Sala told RTL Radio 102. The second, and I mean the second, that we have any type of international incident that involves ICE, Border Patrol, or ICE customs officials that happen in another country being couched or claimed as security is the day you will see for the first time the World Cup related to the Olympics in another country. The World Cup literally choose to hold them in Canada and Mexico and literally skip the United States. Trump's not only not going to ever get the Nobel Peace Prize, he will be the first president to ever create such an international incident if he keeps going. You guys like and share the video and stay frosty.